Okay, so continuing with the running Facebook ads profitably conversation. So the research part and getting your offer, getting your product, what it is that you're selling dialed in. So it's important for you to know who it is that you're actually talking to, and it's important for you to know who it is that you're actually talking to. Because, and when I say it's important for you to know who it is that you're talking to, I mean age, race, culture, because it may not even be, you may not even have a certain race, but you may have a certain age range, and you may have a certain culture, a certain mindset. People that have a certain philosophy, they want to see certain things. You know, it's important for you to know all of these things, because all of this stuff is going to carry itself over to your ads that's going to be ran on Facebook. And I talked to you guys earlier. I just told a story in this last video about congruency and how I missed the congruency mark. And I'm making it a point now to keep things congruent across the board, because my sales do like that when everything is congruent, and also having a powerful back end as well. And that's something I'll talk to you guys about in another video. I'll talk to you guys about email marketing. That's part of the back end. And I'll talk to you guys some more about the back end as well. But yes, so the research that I'm telling you guys to do, I'm not even asking you guys, I'm telling you guys to do it, because when you bring somebody in, such as myself, I'm going to ask to see that information, so that way I can match that I can match that with this, I can match the research with whatever the product is that you're selling, or whatever it is that you're trying to offer the marketplace. And then we can kind of sort of go through, and I can basically just tell you what I'm telling you now on these videos. So it's not, the difference is that it's going to be very specific to you, and not just me speaking in general, as I'm doing right now, to take care of everybody that's listening to this, that's listening to the sound of my voice. So, first thing I'm going to ask for is the research on the customers. What are the customers into? It's just going to be a lot of questions coming. It's going to be a lot of questions coming at you. Just the other day, my brother's wife contacted me through him, and via text, and was like, "Hey, she wants to launch this product line." And all it was just a bunch of me texting him back with a bunch of questions. And he was like, "Hey, she wants to hire you to come and consult her, and yada yada yada." And I was like, "Cool," but before I even do that, here's a bunch of questions that she needs to answer, so that way it can help the process move along a lot faster, because there's a lot of groundwork to cover when you're just getting started. And I like dealing with people that are just getting started, because or if you're already in the game and you're already making things happen, that's cool too. That's easy for me to help you, get you some wins out the gate. Probably make a couple grand, the first day that we even sit down and start chopping it up, just by sending out some stuff that I'll give you out the gate. So anyway, running Facebook ads profitably and understanding the numbers. So first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna ask for your research that I've told you to do inside these videos. I'm gonna ask you all these different questions about your customer, or your target audience, or the person that you're targeting to sell this product to. And then I'm gonna look at your offer and see if the things that are in the research are in the offer. And if they're not there, I'm just gonna simply say, you need to take these things and put them into the offer. You need to hire a copywriter. You need to make sure the copywriter takes these things and put them into the offer. Ways that you know that you have a great copywriter, or ways that you know that you have a great direct response marketing copywriter, is that he's probably going to be asking you questions like, who is the customer? What influences the customer? Yada, yada, yada. These people they're at the end of the day, they're asking you for the research. And that's what it's all about, because that research is going to lend itself to everything. Because remember this whole congruency thing. This also is another reason why people, unless, it all depends, but statistically, I'll say that most people aren't trying to steal your idea. And the reason why I want to say that is because you now know, conceptually, how much work actually goes into saying, oh, I'm going to sell this one thing. Now, if it's something that can easily be adapted, and and the company is huge, and they got the money, they got bandwidth, they got research and development teams, it's a whole nother ball of wax at that point, unless you know, really control it. But if it's just an idea, if it's just some off the cuff stuff that you're just saying, then yeah, a big company like that. But for the average Joe that's listening to your idea, that's all it is. It's just an idea. In order for you to manifest that, idea and bring that idea to market, a lot of back work has to happen before we actually even see that thing. So before I actually see that thing come down my Facebook news feed as an ad, you put in a lot of work. If you're smart. If you just doing whatever, then you know you just going on Facebook, you hitting the boost button, I guess, and then boom, that ad is popping up, and I'm just scrolling right past it. But if not, that ad is stopping me in my tracks. It's telling me something that I want to hear. It's telling me something I want to hear, or showing me something that's somehow you figured out who I am, what I like to hear, and what influences me, and you put that thing in front of me, and now I'm clicking on your website. I'm skimming through some stuff, seeing what's on the site, seeing if I like this, seeing if you got my size, if it's some clothes or something like that, or just seeing if it's something that I'm very interested in, and then if it is, I'm checking the price. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, that seems about right, and then after that, I'm clicking buy, and I'm putting in my information should probably autofill, and then after that point, I'm checking out. I'm checking my email to see if I get my receipt. And then I'm just waiting for my stuff to arrive in the mail. And it's really that simple on the front end once you've gotten it right. If you get it wrong, if you don't do these things, if you cut a bunch of corners on the front end, I'm telling you, doing this on the front end is your business isn't your baby. The baby is this whole research piece up over here. The baby is this research piece, because this research piece is going to spread across everything that you're doing. It's going to go into your design. It's going to go into your Facebook ad copy. It's going to go into your landing page copy. It's going to go into your email copy. It's going to go into your text messages. It's going to go into everything as you continue to sell people, as you continue to solve other problems that's around that one main problem, as you continue to create other products. If you've done a good job on that research, it's just going to continue to keep feeding itself over and over and over again. And it's only going to get easier, and you're going to pick up more speed as you continue to move forward. And people are going to be able to come in, and they're going to be like, okay, well, if this worked, then we just need to modify this and then do this. And then your costs are going to keep dropping as well. So sales are going to go up and costs are going to keep coming down because you've done what I'm telling you to do up front already. And there is no competition anyway. But for the people that are out there, for the other people that are also selling, you're going to be able to shoot past them at a much faster rate because you've done this piece up over here. And once you've done that and you got that right, and you got consistency all the way through, if you're selling hair extensions, and then I get to your landing page, and your landing page is just about hair extensions. And then after I buy, then you start selling me other things that I need to go with the hair extensions. Then that's great to help my hair extensions be even better. Then all that stuff is great. But if you talking about hair extensions, I get to the landing page and it's a wig, and then you're trying to sell me some other stuff as well. I get confused, and then I don't buy. And that's the issue that I had that I told you guys about in the last video that went 20 minutes long. It's supposed to be 10 minutes long. So that's running Facebook ads profitably, making sure that you have everything it is that you need on that landing page and in that ad to ensure that there's congruency across the board. Then once you have all of those things across the board, then you can start diving deeper into the minutia, because nowadays running Facebook ads is not what it used to be back in 2017 or 2018 actually. So as of this year, actually as of this month, or actually as of today, there's just a new update that just happened to Facebook, and there's going to be another update that's going to happen to Facebook. So it behooves you to try to find the most, and I'm speaking to Dante. Dante, it behooves you to find out the most cutting edge information right now. And before you even do that, it behooves you to understand your offer, it behooves you to understand your customer, and understand the customer's problem, and then understand the offer that you plan on offering this person. It behooves you to have all of those things together. First and foremost. Then, as you're doing that, also make sure that your Facebook pixel is set up on your page. That's something that's pretty simple, pretty basic. I'm sure there's probably a bunch. So you can probably find that out here on YouTube. So having all those things on track, and having that research piece is going to be key. It's going to be more key now because of all of the changes that's happening on Facebook, because there's so much testing that needs to happen on Facebook. You also need to have your money right if you plan on going on Facebook. So hopefully wherever you're getting your money from, you save some money, so that way you can jump on there. You can hire a copywriter that can write you several ads, because you're going to need several. By several is not a number, right? So they can write you 5, 10 ads. They can write you 5 or 10 different ads. You need 5 or 10 different creatives. You need to also be able to tap into 5 or 10 different audiences to be able to test these audiences and make sure that you're sending the right traffic to your page. And if you're asking me what is the right traffic, you haven't done the research, because the research is going to tell you what is the right traffic. Remember, traffic is people. Remember, the market is people. So so it should be like, who are the right people? What do these people like? What are these people interested in? Go back to the other videos and do those things, because if you've done all of those things, when you go to Facebook and they're asking you, what are these people interested in? You should be able to look at your research and be like, oh, they're interested in church. They're interested in Essence Fest. They're interested in knife fighting. They're interested in martial arts. They're interested in this, that, and the third. Whatever that person is interested in, the person that you're going after, the survival person. Maybe they've been in. If you have a product that's around survival, you're selling knives, you're selling tents, you're selling survival stuff, how to cook outside. Maybe that person was in the military. Maybe that person was in the police. Maybe that person was security. Maybe that person knows martial arts. These are the things that person will be interested in. Maybe that person is, maybe that person is 18 to 65. Maybe that person is 30 to 65. What's the age group of people that's actually buying that stuff? What do they already own? Who are the influencers? Who do they go to when they're trying to learn these different things? I'm 2 minutes and 48 seconds over the time for this video. But those are the things that you should already know by the time you go to Facebook. And because you've been watching these videos and you've been taking action, you've already done this market research. So now when you go to Facebook, you can find 10 different audiences. You know how to talk to these people, because guess what? You put this research up over here to the side, and now when you sit down and talk to your copywriter, you was like, here's all the research, here's the things that they're buying right now, here's some of the things that I saw on Amazon, here, and now the copywriter's like, oh, thank you, and they can just sit down and begin to write your stuff, and then you can just sit back and start bringing in the money and watching your products move up out of the door in bulk. So that's how you run Facebook ads profitably. And that is my answer to you, Dante, about running Facebook ads profitably. It's 1, making sure that your offer is right. 2, making sure that you have research to provide to the person that's going to write your Facebook ads, which you need 5 to 10 of them, and also provide the research to your media buyer as well. So that way they know what type of audiences to go after as they do their research on Facebook. And then from there, now that you're sending the right traffic, and I just answered what is the right traffic, now that you're sending the right traffic to your landing page, sales should come in if your tech is together. And I'll do another video on tech real quick. Peace.